Oh man, this part. It is a quiet night. The wind blowing on the mountain is gentle, and the rustling of the trees is as quiet as a whisper. There are no birds singing about winter, nor are there beasts howling at the moon. The only path leading to the Ryudo temple. The long stone steps preserve its peacefulness tonight as well. But others do not know. This place has withstood 5 battles already. Each one was a great clash. Many servants challenged the Ryudo temple. Berserker, Lancer, Rider, Saber, Archer. Crazy, I actually didn't... Damn, this mountain gate is able to enjoy the darkness thanks to the monster that has repelled all 5 enemies. The long sword moves. It's fortunate that the moon is not out. The arc of the sword moving in a crescent moon shape is so beautiful that the moon would be ashamed of itself if it saw it. But it's crazy, you get the information there that even like Berserker came and tried to fuck with them. Like, you don't get any of that. He ignores the Majosin Purple caster. Assassin lowers his long sword and glances at the mountain forest without interest.
おかしな鳥を見かけたので切ってみたが、血も出なければ悲鳴もあげぬ。これはお前の同胞か、キャスター。
そう、監視役の使い魔ね。バーサーカーのマスターか、あのお嬢さんか。どちらにせよ、ここもそう長くは持たない。
I'm assuming Ilias. Caster walks through the forest and looks down at the thing on the ground. It is the corpse of an owl. It is a bird made from crystal. It is simple but suited for spying. It must have been made by Archer's master. Oh, okay. Because I was thinking of whatever Ilia's familiars were that change shape like into swords and shit. Those are so cool, but... That's funny. She steps on it. The amethyst crystals are crushed to powder, scattering star-like dust. This is the last.
マスターの守護は任せましたよ、アサシン。マスターが死んでしまっては、私も消えざるを得ない。そうなればあなたとて存在してはいられない。消えたくなければ死ぬ気で門を守りなさい。
さて。死ぬ気でというのは難しい
な。
この小次郎、生まれてこの方、生きているという実感がない。そのようなものに決死を命じても無意味ではないかな。
減らず口よ。勘違いはしないことね、アサシン。あなたは私が呼び出したサーバントよ。奴隷は奴隷らしく振る舞いなさい。いいこと？主人に忠誠を誓えないのなら。ここで消してしまうだけよ。
Gaster's words are filled with enmity and contempt. For her, assassin is only a tool. It is annoying for a tool to talk, so it is natural for her to get mad when it starts to speak cynically.
そうか、それはしたり。カゲロウのごとき我が命だが、今消されるのは困る。一つ、
Yeah, the saber.
してしまったのでな。できるのならば果たしたいのだ。
なら言葉を慎みなさい。あなたはただここを守っていればいい。ええ、それが果たせた暁にはあなたを本物にしてあげるわ。宝具も持たない下級のあなたが英霊になれるのだから、命を懸ける価値はあるでしょ。
心配は無用だ。元より閣僚の身、与えられた役割は演じきってみせよう。だがいいのかな、キャスター。私も主人に忠実ではないが、お前とて不義理ではないか。こたびの件、マスターには内密であろ
う。Woo! At that instant, the assassin's body explodes. A thumping sound. The curse that was put into his body upon summoning has exploded. The trees sway. Assassin is flung into the forest, his chest pierced from within by his own ribs. His figure is like a bloomed flower.
これはまた日に日に度が過ぎていくな、キャスター。
黙りなさい。次に同じことを言わせるのなら、あと5日を待たずに消し去るだけよ。
まったく女と小人は手に負えんというが、お前はいささか行き過ぎだ。
The flashy servant gets up. The servant does not lose his elegance even if he shows his ribs or if his body is covered in blood.
おお、そのような目で睨むな。美しい顔が台無しだぞ、キャスター。分かっている。お前のマスターには全て内密に行うのだろう。セイバーを捕らえたことも、私という門番がいることも隠し通す。良い美談ではないか。主人を思うその心意気、あの男に通じるといいのだな。
アサシ、あなた。
なに、ただの負け惜しみだ。どうあろうとお前には手を挙げられぬのだから、この程度のざれ言は許せよ。門は守る。何があろうと守り通そう。だが、そういうお前はどこに行く？私の守りは信用できぬか？
当然でしょう。あなたはただの保険よ。
Excuse me.
けどそれも終わり。セイバーさえ手に入れれば、こんなひなびた場所を神殿にすることもないわ。
人違えか。となると、確かに私は用済みだが、このお山に勝る霊地があるとでも？
ええ、多少は劣るようだけど、私にふさわしい場所があるわ。それに遠からずそこには足を運ぶのですもの。今すぐに行っても問題はないでしょ。
Oh, hold on. Let me Yeah, let me see really quickly. It's showing my cursor. That always bugs me, so I'm sure it bugs someone out there. Assassin's expression, which had been cool up to now, clouds up. Caster smiles as if she's satisfied.
そう。私たちの勝利は揺るがないのだから。先に商品を受け取りに行くの。新しい陣地と聖杯。それにセイバーという駒まで揃えた。これなら乗り気でない私のマスターも、私の方針に異論は挟めないでしょう。
That is true. No matter how much Caster's master Kuzuki Soichiro stays silent, he would be forced to fight if conditions are set so perfectly. But what is more certain is that
つまらない戦いはおしまい。聖杯さえ手に入れれば、恐れるものは何もない。そう。誰であろうと、私を阻むことはできなくなるのですからね。
loud laughter pollutes the night. The Magus in purple expresses their victory. The knight with the long sword looks up at the sky. The time is near. No matter what the end may be, only 5 days remain. Even though the remaining time will not likely be used up, the swordsman that has lived through hell feels that the match will not be settled easily. Indeed. Interlude out. For some reason I thought the Kirei interlude would be there, but I forgot that that happens first, even though, of course, it wasn't nearly as long in anime. The Shiro's labored noises. And I fall. I can't even breathe properly. The wound on my shoulder is swelling up and it hurts just to breathe. I can't keep my consciousness. I'll fall asleep if I let my guard down. No, first of all, I'm not too sure if I'm conscious or not. I don't know how I got home from that rooftop nor why I came home. My thoughts become vague. The only sure thing is my thumping heart. Tosca told me to not involve myself because I'm powerless and I don't have a reason to fight anymore. But that's wrong. I knew more than anyone that I'm powerless. My reason to fight is something different. We are officially in episode 13. Well, I guess 14 if you count episode 0, whatever. I can't let it become just a scar. Losing against others is inevitable. I'm used to being beat up and it's vexing, but I know I can't reach them no matter what I do. That's only when my enemy is someone else. I can't lose against myself. There's no element that would make me lose if our powers are equal. To admit defeat against such an enemy is to declare that I'm wrong. The wound distorts. Blood stains the bandage. I grab it with my left hand and glare at the darkness. The memory from 10 years ago. The words of the man who was my father. Even if I was wrong from the start, there was nothing wrong with the path I took. I wanted to be a superhero so that incident wouldn't just become a sad memory, a time where everyone would be happy and shed no tears. I've held that ideal for 10 years. It doesn't matter how badly my head refuses to function. What needs to be done is determined from the start. I didn't fight because I became a master. I decided to fight because it's something I can do, and I believe it's something I have to do. I finally remember the obvious. If I believe it is right, I will believe in this path until the very end. I won't stop, and I won't let her fight by herself. That's why I will sleep now. I won't let her call me a burden. I'll heal this wound up in one night. And when I wake up in the morning, I'll catch up to her for sure and repay her for what she did that night. And there is the next day, moonlight. Ah, here it is. Yes, Yorokobe, Kasta. The stone room is illuminated by the morning sun. The light coming in from the ceiling pushes back the darkness. Every entrance and every window is sealed off, but even that cannot block out the sunlight. Even a place that should be covered in darkness benefits from the break of dawn. Entrances and windows are ordinarily used to let things enter and leave. The cracks cannot be covered, and besides, if it's entirely closed off, it cannot fulfill its duty to be used as a passage. If one wants to completely shut out the light, there should not be any entrances. If one prefers darkness, one should go to an underground place without a way to return. In that regard, this underground temple is not perfect. Light exposes all secrets without reservation. The hidden temple was easily discovered, and its master was easily eliminated as well. No! There are traces of blood on the floor. The original owner of this temple was killed by an intruder. The supervisor of the Holy Grail War, Kotomine Kire, was removed from the stage by Caster-san. Okay, so they only elaborate on that in the anime, where they give Kire a little fan service moment. And this is Saber being bent over in the dress. That battle happened a few hours ago. The underground regained its silence. The new master of the church is standing in the darkness, but the winner scorns herself. Caster glares at the darkness with an irritated look. First of all, this temple is unpleasant. Neither the sanctuary nor the secret sanctuary hidden beneath it suit her taste. The intruding light is unpleasant, and the priest she killed was unpleasant as well. And most importantly, the crucial objective has not been accomplished yet. She is shocked at how poorly things are going, and she even reconsiders reducing the whole thing to ashes. Fortunately, she refrains from such violence. It's not because she regained her composure, nor is it because of her respect towards the church. She suppressed her emotion only because of this sound. Faint, periodic sounds. A woman's painful voice is like fine music to her. She forgets her troubles and enjoys the spectacle. Groaning sounds of pain come from a girl. The weak murmur contains heated arousal. The groans would inspire either compassion or sadistic pleasure in those who may hear them. It does not need to be said that she falls under the latter category. Sweat drips down her forehead. Just watching the beautiful lips gasping in shame seems to bring heat to this cold room.
大したものね、セイバー。0時の縛りを一晩中拒み続けるなんて、私たちでは考えられないわ。
Damn. At the back of the temple, the girl hangs, only able to moan. As long as she opposes the command spell, free will does not exist for Saber. Worse still, a magic so strong that it is visible tortures Saber's body. The command spell pressures her from the inside, and Caster's magic tortures her from the outside. Saber's reasoning has almost disappeared. Only the last remnants of her pride hold her back. Neither the command spell nor Caster's magic can take away that deep root. Therefore, the torture continues forever. Caster watches the process, how the girl desperately tries to hold her ground. It was Caster that dressed her in this white costume. It is not arousing with her armor, and most of all, the armor does not suit her. She is an untainted virgin. She should be in a pure white dress when she falls. Jesus.
けなげなこと。いくらあなたの意志が拒み続けても、サーバントとして作られたその体は別よ。霊樹が少しずつ侵食しているのがわかるでしょ。あなたはあと一日も経たずに私のものになる。ならもう降参して素直になった方が楽じゃなくて？
The voice protests painfully. Even though her reasoning is melted, Saber does not yield to Castor. As Castor says, she will endure this torture until the command spell fully controls her body.
強情ね、セイバー。ええ、けど許してあげる。私、あなたみたいな娘は好きよ。金の髪も小さな体も少年のような凛々しさも可愛いわ。それに裏切るぐらいなら死を選ぶ一途さも愛らしい。
Creepy ass Castor.
ほんと、踏み潰してあげたいぐらい。
I mean, that's the root of it. She looks at the girl with eyes filled with joy and hatred. If Castor put her mind to it, she could get Saber to surrender in an instant. Saber's freedom is lost from fighting one command spell. And the result is obvious if Castor uses a second command spell. Saber will become castress without the need for such torture. That's interesting. You know what? That's a good point, because, like, my whole thing has been, like, so Saber just resisted the whole time, and then nothing really happened, but... So I guess on a deeper level, it was just Castor just loved seeing her, like the idea of breaking her, right? Like, the whole, like, her being a sadist, which is fucked up. Instead of just using the obvious second command spell. She will not do such an inelegant thing. Castor should take time training her since she is a lovely toy. Okay, so this was like her downfall. That's fucking crazy. For Castor, Saber is a tool with first-class appearance and ability. It's natural for her to savor this rare jewel.
そうね。霊樹で体を支配するなんて退屈ですもの。あなたには自分から私のサーバントになってもらいましょう。ねえ。体ではなく、先に心を壊してあげる。
So I like this better, because it's not... I don't know if they make it clear in the anime, but it's just like... You're just like, okay, so she resisted for that long, because her magic resistance is that crazy. But, you know, in here in the VN, they point out that it's her will, you know, the remnants of her pride, that Castor, like, just like seeing her that way just because that's who she is. And it's a lot, it makes more sense, which I appreciate. Again, that's like the main thing I like about going through this route here, because I'm getting, like, the sauce. Castor glares with bewitching eyes at the girl in the white dress. She almost forgets about the Holy Grail. She thinks about Saber's white skin and imagines transforming her into a slave that only seeks pleasure. Jesus Christ, man. Oh my god. She will make the girl into a tainted slave to her lusts. She will not do something crude like taking her virginity. Jesus, she is a virgin. But she should make her into a virgin that drowns in pleasure. A girl whose body will never be satisfied, greedily seeking pleasure. When she imagines it, hold on, I have to check something. Okay, I'm just making sure. I'm like, have I stumbled into something? When she imagines it and smiles. Oh dear. And this, yeah. An unemotional voice suddenly calls her from behind. She turns around immediately. Above the temple, someone slowly comes down the stairs that lead outside. A tall, lean figure appears from the darkness. There is no sound of footsteps, nor is there any presence to be felt. The man comes down into the temple and shows no emotion even after seeing the blood on the ground and the girl. Castor changes her attitude right away. Her expression changes from one filled with joy and irritation to that of a tense servant.
あなたには竜道寺にいるようお願いしたはずですが。
質問は私が先だ、キャスター。ここで何をしていると聞いたのだが。
And I was about to ask, like, because I like the whole mystery of, like, you know, Kirei, like, oh, Castor just got rid of Kirei. And, you know, there's traces of blood, you know, but they don't really, like, tell you or show you anything. And then I was just thinking, like, where's Gil? Well, he would be with Shinji, right, at the Mato house, so Yeah, but I guess I wonder more about like where Kirei went. I guess he just laid low till the right time. Again, I'm gonna have to make it clear in these videos that I've seen this anime, so don't use this as a blind let's play. This is purely for like my own curiosity. The man Kuzuki Suichiro does not change the tone of his voice. The flat voice is more terrifying than any threat. The voice without emotion is like a mirror. A guilty conscience. The voice is more fearful to those with greater guilt. One is questioned not by Kuzuki, but by one's own mind. Caster holds her hand on her chest and reports to Kuzuki. He is not one that can be fooled. No, she cannot bear to tell a lie to this person.
昨日マスターの一人であるエミやシローからサーバントを奪いました。エミやシローは逃しましたが、すでにマスターではありません。賢明な人間ならば私たちに歯向かうことはないでしょう。
そうか。だがそんな指示を下してはいない。
私の独断です、マスター。その後、聖杯の器を手に入れるために教会を襲いました。聖杯の管理役である神父は仕留めましたが、聖杯の行方は不明です。
そちらも独断か。帰還しなかったのは聖杯が見つからなかったからだな。確かにせっかく手に入れた場所だ。肝心のものを手に入れないまま留守にしては意味がない。
Kuzuki's words are not criticizing her, but Caster can only be ashamed of herself. She killed the priest who knew where the Holy Grail was, but she still does not have the Holy Grail. Furthermore, she has revealed her own action which should have been hidden from him. What else can she call it but a total failure?
状況は分かった。理由を説明できるか、キャスター。
申し訳ありません。ですがこれもすべてマスターのため。私の目的はあなたを勝利させることだけです。理由などそれ以外にはありません。
A long silence. After hearing Caster's declaration, Kuzuki Suichiro murmurs, I see.
ではここから離れるわけにはいかんな。留守中、他のマスターに聖杯を見つけられては、お前の苦労も無駄になる。
では、マスター。
納得のいくまで調べるがいい。それまでは私もここに残ろう。お前一人では戦いに向かん。セーバーが手駒になるまで護衛は必要だろう。
いえ、それには及びません。マスターに力を借りずとも手駒はありますし、聖杯の探索とてどれほどかかるか。それにここは危険です。竜道寺に戻られた方があなたには安全です。
This place is actually dangerous, but yeah, she's like, no, let me turn around, don't look at what I'm doing.
正論だ。だがそれでは私の目的が果たせなくなる。
Although I'm sure Caster is legitimately worried for him, because, those words are unexpected even for Caster. What kind of an objective does this man have who has no interest even in the Holy Grail, which can grant any wish?
宗一郎様、それは。
急げよ。なければないでいい。成果は問わん。結果だけを出すがいい。
With that, Kuzuki goes back up the stairs. Caster watches him go in blank amazement. The dark room is still silent. Footsteps going up the stairs still cannot be heard. Interlude out. I open my eyes. My eyes are not the only things that wake up as my sleeping mind wakes up as well. I check the wound on my left shoulder. It still hurts, but there's no intense pain like last night. The heat in my body has gone away somewhat. It shouldn't be a problem for me to move around. I eat breakfast and satisfy my hunger. Food comes before anything else. My body won't move unless it gets the nutrition it needs. I reapply the bandage. The wound has turned dark blue. It hasn't healed up and I can see fresh red meat. I disinfect it, put gauze over it, and wrap bandages around it. It's a primitive first aid treatment to wrap and constrict the wound, but I have to do this so it won't get any worse. It's cloudy today. It must be really cold as there's frost on the grass outside. But that's meaningless to me. I feel no cold. My body is burning and I want to pour ice water over myself. This is much better than the condition I was in last night. The only things I can find are wooden swords. I choose the one that looks like it is the best and put it into my shinai bag. We're off to see the caster. I slap my cheeks. I don't know if it's to encourage myself or to reassure myself that I won't be coming back here. I honestly don't know why I did that. I carry the shinai bag over my right shoulder and head outside. The place I've lived at for so long. Shed was like my own room, but I don't turn to look at it. Well, even though I've decided to fight, there are many problems. I have to determine clearly what I should do first, or I'll probably end up not getting anything done. There's only one course of action. I'll go to the church. It's irritating to go ask that priest for help, but this is no situation to be caring about such a thing. Even if meeting up with Tosca and getting her help may be the best course of action, I have no way of finding her. But that priest might know where she is and maybe even how to fight against Castor. My body feels heavy. The wound on my shoulder aches and gets hotter with each step I take. This small hill feels like a wall to me, but it'll end soon. I'll be relieved from this heaviness once I go up the hill and reach the church. The church looks as if it were constructed near the sky. Blood is dripping down on my chest. Oh, I don't think my weak will made the wound worse. I should actually be resting. So it's natural for my wound to open up if I push myself and move around. Again, being Shiro is just so fucking dangerous, man. Like even before Saber, like every time he would use strengthening, like creating like a circuit from his nerve, like it's fucking like ridiculous. And even now without the healing of Avalon, it's like he's just still just pushing himself through the sheer limits. He might not be able to treat me, but I'm sure he has some medicine. His role is to protect masters that are not able to fight anymore. This is ironic, but I am qualified to be under the church's care as I have lost my command spell. Only a bit more until the church. I'm worried about where Tosca may be and how Saber's doing, but I just want to sit down and cool my body for now. The lights are out. The church is silent. I don't see the priest, but I'm sure that he's here. I feel a presence. The church is not empty as I hear sounds from deeper within. Something's wrong. What I feel and what I know are in conflict with each other. I can't concentrate. Again, his damn sense to know when things are wrong. My wound is aching and I'm unable to judge what's wrong, what's happening, and what could be dangerous here. Whoa. I stopped myself before sitting down on the chair. A shelf might have come down as I hear things breaking in Kotomina's voice. Oh, right. Yeah, because I do remember that scene where he was like teasing her, like, oh, you can't find it? Hee hee hee. It's dark in here. Then today might be a day off for the church and the priest might just be in the back. I don't know if the church has a day off, but I don't think it's accepting visitors since the lights are off. Again, so creepy to think that Kirei, like of course it makes sense that actual, like, mass would be held in here. It's so disgusting to think about, man. Like it almost makes me think, like, to real life and, like, especially me being Catholic, like, in the churches that, like the sick shit actually happens and can't stand that. It's hard to keep walking with this wound, but I can't just sit down. I have to go see the priest to have this wound treated and to find out where Tosca might be. I emerge in the courtyard. I couldn't tell from the outside, but it seems this building has a small plaza in the middle. The hallway surrounding the garden is splendid and it reminds me of a monastery I read about Blood. I stop. I think something that shouldn't be there was on the pillar right there.
また会えるとは思っていたけど、こんなに早く会えるなんてね。
Ooh, this song. I turn around as I fall. My feet are wobbling and I keep myself from falling by leaning against the wall.
なんでお前が
Cute ass sadistic caster. I bear the pain in my shoulder and stare at the shadow in front of me.
それはこちらのセリフよ。その傷ならしばらくは動けないと踏んでいたのだけれど、思っていた以上の坊やだったわけね。
The purple robe comes closer. Ooh. This is fun. I don't remember this. Well, this is definitely some OG content right there I didn't know about. Okay. Tiger dojos are fun, but I don't... I think running away is what gets us killed, so... Bye-bye.
無駄よ。あなた程度の力じゃ何をしても私からは逃げられないわ。
Caster's voice echoes. Where am I? No, what happened to my vision?
キャンサー
I swing my wooden sword in a world without any direction. I don't feel it hitting anything and I don't hear the sound of it swing. I just use up my energy and worsen my wound. Trippy.
安心なさい。殺しはしないわ。あなたには希少価値があるもの。適
A
当に
wand
買
for
い込んで
projection
防衛
magic.
用の魔杖として使ってあげる。
That's fucking gnarly, dude. Oh my god. My insides writhe. My body won't even budge, but my insides are turning like laundry inside a dryer. Ugh.
驚いた。頭を押さえたのに体はまだ諦めていないのね。ますます気に入ったわ坊や。セイバーもじき私のものになるし、あなたも同じよう大事に大事に扱ってあげる。
The nausea that almost causes me to throw up my organ stops. The Majos in purple reaches out with their finger wet with someone else's blood.
あの男は逃がしたけど、
Ah,
あなたは逃がさない。
so Kirei got away.
さあ、すぐに愛しのお姫様に会わせてあげる。
Hold up, I fucking love the idea that Kirei came back to like tease her about, oh, you can't find it, and then they're like, lol, just ran away, like being clipped a little bit. My vision is cut off. I don't feel my limbs, and the only certain thing I feel is the pain in my shoulder, and bye-bye world. But that ends quickly as well. Of course. Rarely do you want to run as Shiro. Ah! Taiga is back.
はーい、みんな元気にしてたかな。
Hi, Taiga.
ちょっと近道をしようと裏道に入った途端正面からたっぷり突っ込まれるような不運な君を助けるタイガー道場よ。さて今回のシーンはズバリ教会に行くこと自体は正しい選択なんだけど、もうちょっとだけ独力で遠坂さんを探してみることをおすすめするわ。って何固まってるのよイリアちゃん。何間違って辛いものでも食べちゃったの？無視？ちょっと失礼だぞ。少しは返事しろ。つうかかまって。
Oh no. Oh my god.
うわーもううるさいったらうるさい。あ、起きた。イリアちゃん、お目覚めじゃない。私は
Oh my god.
あまりのショックにフリーズしてたの。失神してたの。エクトプラスってたの。
I just noticed the fucking like charcoal fucking Rins. I see Rins like hair tails. I don't know what to call it. Like that's like her like little scary sprite or like shadow. Oh my god.
どうしてって何よ今回の導入は。何あれどういうこと。ここってタイガー道場じゃないの。私全然わかんない。何って魔法少女ものってああいうものよ。イリアちゃん知らないの。
I mean, she would know.
その同情するような顔ムカつく。そもそもタイガー魔法少女って年齢本編ヒロシといえど魔法少女が似合うのは私と。
There she is.
先輩ぐらいのもんなんだから。とにかくさっきの導入は以後禁止。魔法少女ネタは今回きりだからね。そっかー、イリアちゃんも魔法少女になりたかったのね。けどごめんなさい、無理なものは無理なの。人間には適材適所って言葉があるのよ。けどなんとかしてあげる。イリアちゃんは少年が黒一色だから、敵役のドイチェンブルマーとか地獄ティーゲルゲンスイなんかいいんじゃ。
Oh shit.
誰がそんな色物キャラやるか。
I love like the fucking universe in this Tiger Dojo where just like nothing makes sense but everything is hilarious.
ちょっととパラハラに行け、酔いどれティーゲル。
God.
ライバル登場の予感。
Jesus, man. Well, there's the whole magical girl thing, I guess. Cool. Wait, this has to be affected. What? Bad luck? That's fucking crazy. Hold on. Dude, I must need more Rin points, don't I? I think I need more Rin points. Oh shit, I think I actually hit the brick wall there. Oh fuck, that's crazy, dude. Hold up, my man. Okay. Alright, I know I said I'd mentioned, I might have cut it out by this point, but I did mention in the beginning that I was planning on not doing editing for this part just because it would be a lot faster to upload, but I may have to as I get these Rin points, but we'll see. Let's see how long it takes. So look, protect Tosaka. There's a Rin thing there. Okay. So I went back through and make sure I got every Rin choice. You know, it took, you know, like a couple minutes. And now I have this option after Shiro is going to go, you know, he decides to go for the church. I guess if I don't have enough, Shiro just doesn't even consider meeting up with her. So, because yeah, I think there's even a line right before I get that Tiger Dojo that's like, oh, I don't even know where she would be. So I'll just go ask Kotomine, you know. But this is what doesn't get us killed. Let's see. I think I just saved. Yeah, so I'm good. Oh my god, that's so cool. Because in Fate, like, the decision for, like, the points, like, it didn't show up till the very end. So I thought it was, like, a similar case. But no, they just got me right there. And you know, we're kind of towards the end, sort of. But, yeah. That's really cool. I really like that. And now I know what you all were meaning, like, you might want to get some Rin points, or you're definitely gonna get that Tiger Dojo, so hey, I guess that's one less I gotta grind for. I'll go find Tosaka. She told me to forfeit. If I'm going to ignore her advice and fight, I have to make her realize that I'm not going to give up and that we're still cooperating. And, I can't let her fight by herself. I owe her big time. I can't forfeit until I repay her for that.
しかもあいつここ一番で失敗するし、危なっかしくて一人になってさせておけない。
I adjust the Shinai bag on my shoulder. I know I won't be of much help and that she will object, but I can't obtain peace of mind until I see Tosca's face. That is just a what if. But if she gets injured away from me, I can't even be there to help her. I sit down on a bench and rest my burning body. It's past noon. I search all around Shinto, but I haven't found anything.
簡単にはいかないと思ったけど、ここまで無反応なんて。
I knew from the start that I had no way to find Tosaka. I let my luck take over and searched through the town, but I couldn't find her nor any traces of her.
他のマスターも出てこない。令状がない以上、ちょっかい出す必要もないってことか。
I sigh and lay back. I'm making no progress like this. Tosca hasn't left any trace, and my last resort of using myself as bait to lure out other masters is failing so far. I get a bit uneasy. I might not be able to find Tosca, and I might not be able to save Saber. They might already be in a terrible situation by the time I find him.
まだ昼だ。そう簡単に行くもんか。
I get back up. I ignore the renewed throbbing in my shoulder and leave the park. I'll search one more time. I'm sure that she's in Shinto. It's just like last night. I don't know why, but I can feel that he is around here. It's not something ambiguous like a premonition. This is a certain knowledge like a conviction. Ah, another interlude. When did I figure out what the dream was? A desert as far as I can see. The numerous swords stuck in the ground do not have a wielder. The sky is stormy and there is no forest, town, or sea within my sight. A hill of blades stretching to infinity. A graveyard of steel without any wielder or bearer. I knew from the start that this is the scenery inside that hero's mind. After many sequences of events, one who becomes a heroic spirit ends up in that place. There are those who left the world loved by people, and there are those who left the world praised as noble kings. There are those who died wanting to fight, and there are those who died in satisfaction. But it seems there are many that have been praised as heroes against their will. If true heroes are those who have legitimately earned the title, these are a different kind. They were forced to the throne of heroes because of their fate, and they should be called Avenger, the anti-hero. Ooh. They are the opposite of heroes, but they were praised as heroes regardless. Even those that hated humans and those the humans hated are summoned as guardians. But he's not neither. He's not a true hero nor a rare anti-hero. He was never compensated for his efforts, and his own life ended with betrayal, but he never hated humans. But it didn't last. Yes, he probably grew weary. I was mistaken. Heroic spirits' familiars called servants. Humanity's power to control called the guardians. They are summoned into every age to prevent humanity's extinction. But the only condition for their summoning is destruction brought on by humans. Naturally, destruction brought on by an outside factor is solved not by human power, but by the world's restraining power. Ah, so this is the dream that she's having while like passed out in like the park picnic table. So the only thing guardian heroic spirits can see is self-destruction. They are an existence that eliminate destruction brought on by human greed. He made a contract with the world to save humans and became a hero. After he died, he became a heroic spirit and was shown humanity's self-destruction over and over again. He is summoned as a heroic spirit to save people, but he only gets to clean up after people's wrongdoings. It did not take long for him to realize that it is meaningless and start loathing the human world. And in the end, he was betrayed by the ideal that he protected unto death.
Rin, どうした?
Dude, yeah, because I swear, like, the whole time when Guardians were explained, like, she, like, woke up on a picnic table and, like, a park, and then it showed them walking into the church and having another conversation. But this is the graveyard outside the church. I remember this from Fate. Hearing the call, Tosca Rin wakes up. She slowly looks around. This is the foreigner's cemetery. It's just past 7 o'clock, but there's no one here. Well, the hill with the church is always empty to start with.
ごめん、寝てた。少し疲れてるみたい。
無理もない。昨夜から不眠だったからな。体調が優れないのならば見合わすか。何も今すぐ仕掛けることはない。
いいえ、時間はかけられない。キャスターの居場所が分かったんなら、ここで決着をつけるべきよ。
After saying so, Rin realizes that her body is warm. Her familiar Archer must have kept her warm using his cloak. Aww.
なんだ、寝てるって気がついてたんじゃないあなた。なのに起こさないなんて人が悪いわね。
I'm curious where she slept, like on the grass, like against a fucking headstone. Like, how did she sleep here?
立ったまま眠る人間にはそうお目にかかれないのでね。
Oh my god.
物珍しさでつい観察して。
She was standing? That is crazy.
ますますたちが悪い。女の子の寝顔を見るなんて何様よあんた。
安心したまえ。誓ってそのような無礼はしていない。だが別のものは聞いたな。目は閉じようと思えば閉じられるが、耳はそうはいかないのでな。
そう。私何か言ってたあーちゃん。
ああ、気に食わないだの、頭にくるだの。実に物騒なささやきを数件。
なんだ、よかった。
Rin sighs with relief. The dream she saw should not be discussed. She can't have Archer know about it. She likes the relationship. To maintain it, she has to hide the fact that she knows about Archer's past.
行きましょうあーちゃん。教会なら少しは詳しいわ。あそこならどこに隠れているか見当ぐらいつく。
She brushes away Archer's cloak. Archer silently protects from behind. Also, yeah, someone told me Archer got his cloak from Ciel, from Tsukihime, which I don't know. I don't know her character. I just know that she is the Inquisitor / Executor from the Holy Church, which is hella cool because I love those characters. Yeah, so I'm super looking forward to that. But how he got his cloak from her, I guess when he was alive, that's crazy. Fucking A. Archer silently protects from behind her. Then
ねえアーチャー、自分のやってきたことを後悔したことってある？
she asks without turning around.
私はできれば最後までしたくない。本当に打ちのめされた時にも歯を食いしばって意地を張り続けたい。けどそれって難しいんでしょうね。きっと私が考えている以上に。
個人差があるな、その手の精神論は。できる者もいればできない者もいる。とりわけ君は前者だ。その手の人間はまず過ちなど起こさないし、自らの過ちなど考えることもない。
何よ、それじゃあ私が傍若無人な暴君みたいじゃない。
いい自己認識だ、リン。鮮やかな人間というものは人より眩しいものを言う。そういった手合いにはな、歯を食いしばる時などないのだ。で、試験だが、君は間違いなくその手合いだ。遠坂凛は最後まであっさりと自分の道を信じられる。
The knight in the red cloak praises her. Rin blushes at his answer but keeps asking without turning around.
じゃああなたは最後まで自分が正しいって信じられる？
いや、申し訳ないが、その質問は無意味だな。
どうしてよ。答えられないことじゃないでしょ、こんなの。
She sounds a bit nervous. To that,
最後までという質問が無意味だ。忘れたのか、マスター。私の最後はとうの昔に終わっている。
the knight in red gives this reply. Oh man, and what's about to happen here? Oh man. We are getting to the point because it's here. Again, please don't watch this if you haven't seen Unlimited Blade Works. This is not a blind playthrough. Yeah, so from here, it's Archer's betrayal, you know, going home, reevaluating with Tosca, going to the Einsburn Castle, Berserker versus Gil, endure that whole ordeal. Meet up with Ku, go with Ku to fight Caster, fuck up Caster and Kuzgi. Well, Archer does that. Archer steals Rin. Shiro, the next day, I guess, goes to fight Archer, of course. Rin gets saved by Ku. Ku kills Kirei. And another day passes. Shiro has his special sexy time with Tosaka, and then they go fight Gilgamesh, and happily ever after. And then Saninde. I sigh and lean against a sign. I search until the sun set, and the only thing I figured out was how useless I am. The wound on my left shoulder is throbbing with pain. I don't know if it's opened up or if the bandage is getting loose. Either way, I can't spend too much time on this search. It'll end up like last night if I can't find a clue.
あいつどこに行ってるんだ、本当。
I recall when I parted ways with her last night. It's already been a day since she told me to run to the church since I can't fight without Saber.
そうだ、教会。
Kyokai. There is a clue. I thought about it when I started the search this morning. Supervisor of the Holy Grail War. The priest at the church might know where Tosca is.
あいつの手を借りるのは尺に触るけど、襟好みしてる場合じゃない。
No, I shouldn't go see that priest regardless of my feelings. He's a priest, but Kotomine Kire is not a man that should be approached. I don't want to go ask him for advice, but he's the only one I can count on right now.
一度だけだ。それなら問題ないだろう。
I love that he just knows from the very beginning, like, I don't like this guy. He has some weird shit going on about him. I convince myself and move my aching body. It's almost 7 o'clock. 20 minutes walk from the station. The church is in the suburbs away from the noisy town. It's been 9 days since I last went up this hill, but I'm going there pretty often now considering that I've never went there before. To be honest, I don't like the church. Maybe that building itself is a forbidden place I shouldn't approach. Pretty much. The fire 10 years ago. The church took care of all the orphans at that time, so it reminds me of that incident whether I like it or not. I get up the hill and come out into the clearing. I get a sudden headache. It's not because of the wound on my shoulder. The wound is causing me to have a fever, but it shouldn't give me such a headache. My temples are hurting. I lose myself and feel a chill as if my body is splitting in two like a shedding insect. I bear the headache and start running. It's because of the hunch I've had since yesterday. The conviction that Tosca is in Shinto. That sensation is assailing me now and causing the headache. Then something should be going on in there. So I guess the idea is that Shiro lives in this choice because he took extra time to go look for Rin, which lined up with the time that she ended up going there with Archer. There are bloodstains on the floor. The blood continues to the door at the back of the church. I'm curious about it, but now's not the time. If there's blood, it means someone's hurt. Excuse me. And this much too, their life must be in danger. I feel a sharp pain in my head. Dull heaviness settles in my body. I ignore it, take out the wooden sword, and start walking quietly. Nobody replies. The air is tense. I feel like the windows here will break if I'm too loud. I follow the trail of blood. It's coming from in between the columns, a dark stairway that you would normally not notice. Let me tell you. This is a church, so could it be a mausoleum? I don't have enough energy to just stand here and think. I cautiously step into the darkness. I descend into the dark. I see a faint light at the end of the stairs. Breathing quietly, I make my way down using that faint light. The narrow corridor ends and I come out into an open space. It's a big stone room. The stairs follow the wall down to the catacombs. There's an open space at the end of the stairs and there's the person I've been looking for, Tosca Rin. Tosca confronts the enemy before her with Archer's protection. In front of her, in front of the altar, are two people. It does not even need to be said who they are. The Magus in the Purple Road Caster and their master, Kuzuki. And on the altar behind them is Saber, who is looking down and panting painfully. My heart jumps. My pulse is beating faster than normal. The situation is obvious. Two pairs of master and servant are confronting each other in the temple about 5 meters below me. They haven't noticed me standing above them as they're too absorbed. Tosca and Caster are looking for an opening to strike. It would be suicidal for them to look up in a situation like this. My heart beats even faster. My head pounds and my shoulder aches as if seared by a hot iron. I can't keep my presence hidden forever in this state. Caster or Kuzuki will notice me if they happen to look up just a bit. Ooh. I'm loving the choices. Okay. Because we are the hero, this is what we have to do. But on the other hand, I breathe quietly. I push my body against the wall and watch while keeping myself hidden. Actually, this might be the right choice. Because I don't think Shiro jumped out until Archer made the whole fuss. I'm actually having a hard time remembering. Let me just play. Yeah. It's still too early. It'll be too reckless to charge in when I don't understand the situation yet. There you go. And more than anything, I don't have much power. The strengthened wooden sword is my only weapon. It's foolish to confront Caster without a plan. No, that's wrong. I do have another weapon. Yes, you do.
何を考えている。
I can't use projection. Half my body became numb after I used it once. Archer told me that it'll end up worse if I do it again. Using magic beyond your capabilities can destroy you. If I use projection magic in this state, it'll be natural for me to die on the spot.
機会は必ず来る。今は
I'll bide my time and wait for my chance.
そうならキレイは殺したわけ。
The voice only holds murderous intent. Tosca is glaring at the enemy with a coldness I've never seen before.
ええ、始末したわ。素直に聖杯を差し出す人間でもなさそうでしたからね。後々になって邪魔をされても困るもの。
In contrast, Castor is calm and composed. The Magus in purple cheerfully admits the murder of the priest. A gritting sound echoes through the temple. He was more like a devil than a saint to me, but that priest was a fellow apprentice to Tosaka. And he was killed. Even though he was involved and might have been prepared for it, it's not something she can take in readily.
そうそれは結構。キレイもそれぐらいは覚悟していたでしょう。けどキャスター、一つ聞くけど、あいつの死体は確認した？
Am I mistaken, or has she suppressed all her anger? Tosca seems like she's not angry at all. Castor evades Tosca's question.
何を言い出すかと思えば、そのようなことあなたには関係ないでしょ。
ええ、全くないわ。けど他人事でもない。あいつが本当に死んだんなら安心できるから確認しただけよ。
I know, right?
それはどういう意味かしら。
He's a scoundrel. Crafty little scoundrel.
言葉通りの意味よ、キャスター。あいつがそう簡単に死ぬ玉かっての。もしはっきりと死体を確認していないんじゃ、まず間違いなく生きているって思っただけ。使えないわね、あなたも。どうせ綺麗を襲うならしっかりきっかり息の根を止めておけっていうのよ。まあいいわ、やることもできたし早めに済ませましょう、キャスター。今回は人質もいないし気持ちよく戦えるわ。
A signal to start. Tosca or Castor. If either one of them takes a step forward, this temple will be filled with magic.
大きく出たわね。あなた、この状況で私たちに勝てるつもりなのかしら？
I mean, Archer could. I mean, like during like the whole Ryudo temple when Archer came in to save Shiro, like she had like all the magical reserves there, and he just made work of her. Like just like no unlimited blade works, no like he just came in and just mopped the floor with her, and so he could easily win this, but things.
やりようによってはね。幸いセイバーの制御もまだのようだし、条件は同じでしょ。
Yeah, and Saber is not gonna fight for her yet because she's being weird and won't use the second command spell because she wants to watch her suffer and squirm and all that.
それにクズキ先生のことも分かってる。セイバーは面食らってたけど、事前に知っていれば私のアーチャーの敵じゃないわ。
Tosca points to Archer while staring at Castor.
聞いての通りよ、アーチャー。キャスターの相手は私がする。下手に近づくと、
Yeah, there is
yeah.
There is rule breaker.
私の相手はあの男か。それは構わないが、魔術師ではキャスターにはかなわないと分かっているのか、リン。
安心して、勝ち目もないことは言い出さないわ。キャスターは必ずここで倒す。そうすればセイバーだって元に戻ってシロと契約をし直せるでしょ。
Cause hey man, when she gets close range on Castor, ooh, that fighting style that Kirei taught her, man, it's gonna. I remember that being so like surprising. Tosca tenses for action. I feel pressure as if she's a tiger about to attack its prey, and as if to stop her.
理想論だな。彼女をここで倒すというのは難しい。逃げるだけならば彼女は当代一だ。何しろ逃亡のために実の弟すら八つ咲きにする女だからな。
Yeah, Archer steps in between Tosca and Castor.
アーチャー、ちょっと何のつもりよ。
He does not answer Tosaka. The knight in red silently confronts Castor. I think I saw something like this before.
実の弟すら八つ咲きにした。知ったような口を聞くのね、アーチャー。あなたには私の正体が分かっていて。
竜の葉をよりしろとした人型はコルキス王の魔術と聞く。その娘、王女メディアは希代の魔女と謳われたそうだが。
The air freezes. Castor's composure disappears and enmity like fire is directed at Archer.
そう。なら、この場はどちらが優勢かわかるでしょ？
Archer does not answer. His expression is like stone, as if accepting everything that is happening.
抵抗は無駄よ、アーチャー。あなたが何者だろうと、セイバーを取り戻すことはできない。今はまだ私に逆らう意志が残ってるけど、それもあと一日持つかどうか。それに霊樹さえ使ってしまえば、今すぐにだって私の人形にしてしまえるわ。
I barely stopped myself from moving. Not yet. Even if that's true, now's not the time. If I want to save Saber, I can't jump out now.
たとえ霊樹を使われてもセイバーなら耐えられるわ。それが1分か2分かは知らないけど、それだけあれば十分にあなたを仕留められるんじゃない？
Castor and Tosca are glaring at each other, standing in between them.
不可能だな。ここでお前を切り伏せようが、せいぜいその半身を立つ程度。その後に待つのはセイバーとキャスターを同時に敵に回すという劣勢だけだろう。
Archer does not meet his master's expectations.
あー
I mean, yeah.
それは
I mean, that's true because if they press her, if they did force her hand, she would just use a second command spell. So they are at a disadvantage, even though Archer could solo them. Theoretically, like Saber can be thrown in with the second command spell, so ultimately he can't win that battle. So yeah.
分かっているはずだ、リン。さすがにそうなっては勝ち目がない。セイバーは不完全なマスターのために能力を制限されていた。その縛りがなくなった以上、彼女は最強のサーバントだ。太刀打ちできるのはバーサーカーのみだろうよ。
He speaks plainly. Tosca stares at Archer in astonishment, and even Castor is bewildered by the sensible enemy. But it's different for me. I've experienced something like this before.
まさか。
I get a bad feeling. Back at the Rito Temple, when Castor proposed that he join her, what did he say back to her when he refused?
やめろ。
Oh man, and Shiro knew. I murmur without realizing. Don't do it. It's not because the situation will get worse. You're Tosca's partner, so don't do it. If you do such a thing, I don't know what kind of an expression she'll make. Archer steps forward. He's empty-handed as usual. He steps forward without enmity or intent to kill.
恨むなよ、小僧。こうなっては、こうする以外に道はない。
Oh my gosh. Nothing else you can do in a situation like this, huh? He looks and smiles at me as if he knew I was watching this whole time. Damn it, man.
さて、キャスター。一つ尋ねるが、お前の許容量にまだ空きはあるのだろうな。
あーちゃん、あんた。
Best laugh in Fate Stay Night. I'm like, who would have a better laugh? Does Gilgamesh laugh in here? Does Kirei laugh in here? Anyway, hers is very potent though. Castor laughs out loud while Archer stands tall before her. And Tosaka does not look away. She should break down at a time like this, but she keeps a straight face and endures it, gritting her teeth.
当然よ。一人と言わず、すべてのサーバントを扱えるだけの貯蔵はあるわ。私の魔力がどこから補充されているかは知っているでしょ？
Magical energy that allows her to maintain 7 servants. It is the lives of the people in this town.
ならば話は早い。 以前の話受けることにするよ、キャスター。
He holds out his hand to Castor in spite of that. I feel like I'll break down. I can't forgive him for betraying Tosaka and for approving of Castor and joining Castor's side. A hero. For this hero who embodies Emiyashiro's ideals to do such a thing.
あの時は断ったのに。随分と腰が軽いのね、あなたは。
状況が変わった。セイバーがそちらについたのなら、今回の聖杯戦争の勝機はお前にある。勝てる方につくのは当然の行為だろう。
Archer walks toward Castor defenselessly. That means he's abandoning Tosaka. Tosaka does not stop him and stares at her enemy. I know that figure, the red classroom. She tried to hide her trembling legs and act like the same old Toscarin even with the collapsed students in front of her. That's her strength and weakness. She tries to act firm in any situation so everybody around her gets the wrong idea that she's a strong person.
さあ、契約破りを使ってくれ。リンにはまだ霊樹が残っているからな。早くしなければお前に襲いかかってしまうぞ。
His tone doesn't change. He betrayed Tosca in front of her, but he's still acting normally. She must be on guard against such a guy. Castor takes out the distorted dagger, but she does not pierce Archer with it.
どうした？労せずして忠実な部下が手に入るのだ。何をためらう必要がある。
どうかしら。私は裏切り者を信用しない。あなたの言葉が正しいのなら、コマはセイバーだけでいいのではなくて。
裏切り者を信用しないか。確かに。私はお前をも裏切るかもしれん。私は私のためにお前に下るのだからな。お前を主と認めたわけではない。だが
霊樹とは裏切り者を罰するためにある。いいわ。あなた一人を御し得ないようでは私の器も知れるというもの。もとよりあなたの宝具には興味があったことだし、思惑にはまってあげましょう。
Castor raises her arm. The dagger to eliminate the contract pierces Archer's chest. Tosca makes a pained face. It must be the reaction of having her contract broken by force. But this isn't the time to be hesitating. This has become the worst possible situation. Tosca watches Castor and slowly retreats. Tosca's calm. She knows that it'd do no good to fight them now. If she wants to keep on fighting, she has to retreat for the moment. But there are 6 meters between Tosca and the stairs. Is it possible for her to run that distance safely? Impossible. It's apparent watching the scene from above. Kuzuki, who has been silent up to now, is on guard against Tosaka. If she turns and runs full speed, would she be able to reach the stairs and get to the exit before Kuzuki catches up to her? Tosca sighs while looking at them. Her face. Heh, that's impossible. Seems to say so. She'll die. She'll be killed. If I try to help her, I will also die. The area below me is a land of death. There is a master Kakusuki along with 2 enemy servants. There's no way I'd get out of there alive. My throat is dry. My fingers are tense from nervousness. 0 or 1, even before I can think. Tosca moves. She starts for the stairs without any warning. Behind her, a tall, lean figure catches up to her so quickly that Tosca appears to be standing still. Kuzuki's fist should hit her in the back of the head. He was able to hurt Saber through her armor. It should be easy for him to break a human skull. I can't save her. I can't save her by myself. I can't save her with this wooden sword. I'll die if I go out. 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 Come on. Back. So just because I have to be that guy. Oh my god. Alright, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Rin. I won't help her. There's certain death awaiting for me if I go help her. If I'm human and if I'm alive, there's nothing else I can do. But still. My body does not stop. Oh, I can't run away. I'll die if I go out, but I'll live the rest of my life as a corpse if I run away here. Jump is a strong word. I think I just missed out on a Rin point by not picking that. This reminds me of the choice, because I think it counts too, where it says like search the school with Tosaka to find Shinji or summon Saber. And you end up summoning Saber anyway, but it's just the fact that Shiro's intent is focused on her, and for her that I think is like the determining factor, which I think is pretty cool, because it's both cool and it's not, because like the choice doesn't matter, but like it also does because the whole point system. Don't even use the stairs. I have jumped down behind Tosaka without even knowing it. But that's it. I wouldn't sword is destroyed by Kuzuki's fist going for Tosaka's head. Everyone's astonished by the sudden intruder, except for one man who reacts as though it's perfectly natural. He does not hesitate. It does not matter for this man who the enemy is. He has no emotion for the one who appeared. That scythe is thrust. There's no way to block it. I'll have my neck snap like a flower. How pitiful. It's meaningless if I won't last even 2 seconds. I will not be able to do anything, not even save Tosaka. No, I had a way from the start. I can prepare numerous things to block the attack. I'm a magus. What does the fighting is not my body, but something I make out of magic.
Tweest.
On. Then make it. Success is a matter, of course. Do not reconstruct it from the basic structure. Danger. Read its concept. The maker's thought, expectation, moral, faith in the origin itself. Danger. That is why it is not reconstruction but projection. It is an equal shadow cast by the true object. Danger. It does not matter how great the work is. If it has been accomplished, there is no problem with recreating it. Overload. There's another problem. Yes, the problem is that the unit cannot keep up with the function. My body is burning. Every cell in me catches fire. My nerves let out agonizing cries. My retina cracks and dries, and my heartbeat disappears. I ignore my body's order to stop. The concept of creation, the basic structure, the composition material, the skill of its making, the experience of its growth, the accumulated years. I skip it all and make up Kancho and Bakuya. My whole body is burning. Using projection now means dying. Miyashiro's body cannot handle such magic. My head ignores it, and therefore my body will die. But it cannot be a problem. No, it cannot be. I will die if I reproduce swords? Of course not. This body is a magic circuit specialized for this purpose alone. I have been saved by swords, and I have lived with swords. I do not know about others, but it is impossible for me to destroy myself by reproducing swords. And there you go. I repel it. The same weapons are in my hands and my enemy is the same. Kancho and Bakuya are in my hands. The reproduced noble phantasm of Archer has repelled Kuzuki's fist once again. It stops right there. Kuzuki must have figured out this would turn out like last time as he takes a step back. My lungs explode. Oh, the breath I've been holding escapes my mouth in a rush. I don't feel my left shoulder. My wound is completely opened up and the blood stains not only my bandage but my shirt as well. It's not damage brought on by using the projection magic. 2 attacks. I only repelled Kuzuki's attack twice and my shoulder got destroyed. Then my shoulder would have been dislocated with one more attack and my arm would have been ripped off. I can't show that. I ready my twin swords to protect Tosaka's back. And Tosaka is... She has stopped and is complaining to me. I'm relieved. My choice wasn't wrong. I'm glad her good heartedness is still there. No, now's not the time. It's too early to tell if my choice was right or not. We have to get out of here alive. Tosaka nods silently and readies herself behind me.
手を出すと分かってはいたが、まさか飛び降りるとは思わなかった。
Kuzuki is watching us, his fist ready to fight. He has no intention of letting us go. He's standing there so he doesn't let one of us go. If either one of us moves, he should react right away. but I can't be taking my time. The wound on my shoulder is getting worse by the second. My concentration fades more as blood is lost. My body won't last long to start with. If we are to run, we should do so as fast as possible. But we can't run away that easily. Kuzuki will react if I move. When that happens, Tosca will be the first one to die. I have to defeat Kuzuki to let Tosca go, but I don't have the power to beat Kuzuki, and he's not our only enemy. Behind Kuzuki are Caster and the betrayer Archer. Now, in the worst case, Saber might also become our enemy. Was there no exit to begin with? There's no miracle that will let us escape from here. I want Tosca to escape at the very least, but even that will require so much luck that it makes me sick.
そこまでのようね。あなたの乱入には驚いたけど、結果は変わらないわ。ええ、その顔では諦めもついたようだし。出てきたということは、殺されてもいいということよね、ボーイ。ここでおしまいにしてあげるわ。生かしておいても面倒でしょうし、ここでまとめて。
She's coming. I'll resist with all my powers. I ready my twin swords and stand in front of Tosaga. Released intent to kill, right before it reaches us.
いいや。待て、キャスター。
The knight in red stops the attack with an emotionless voice.
はあ、じゃあ、この場での発言権がないことぐらい読み取ってると思ったけど。
いや、言い忘れていたことがあった。お前の軍門に下るには、一つだけ条件をつけたい。
条件です。
ああ、無抵抗でお前に自由を差し出したのだ。その代償として、この場では奴らを見逃してやれ。どのみちマスターとしては機能しない者たちだ。殺す価値はないだろう。
This proposal sounds objective. Tosca watches it intently.
見逃せですって。言動の割には甘いのね、あなた。
私とて人の子だ。さすがに裏切った瞬間に主を殺したでは後味が悪い。
裏切り者のくせによく本人の前で人並みのことを言えたものね。いいわ、今回は見逃してあげましょう。けれど次に目障りな真似をしたら誰が止めようと殺します。それでいいかしら、アーチャー。
当然だ。この状況でなお戦いを挑むような愚か者ならば手早く死んだ方がいい。
That must have concluded the negotiation. Intent to kill filling the temple goes away and the restraining enmity fades.
そういうことよ、お二人さん。今回は見逃してあげるわ。さあ、敗者は敗者らしく逃げるように立ち去りなさい。
I glared Caster, but Tosca pulls on my arm silently.
行きましょう。今はあいつの言う通りよ。
She whispers in my ear. I calm down and turn my back to the enemy. We don't run but slowly make our way to the stairs. The distance that seems so great is covered in just a few steps. A footstep. Tosca takes a step onto the stairs and turns back to Caster. No, that's wrong. Tosca did not look at Caster but at the man smiling beside our enemy.
恨むのなら筋違いだぞ、リン。マスターとしてこの女の方が優れていただけの話だ。優劣が明確ならば私は強い方を取る。
そうね。けど後悔するわよ。私は絶対に降りない。いい？キャスターを倒してあんたを取り戻す。その時になって謝っても許さないんだから。
それは無駄骨だな。まあ自殺するというのなら止めはしないが。
She turns away and starts to walk. She's biting her lip in anger, but she does not speed up and Tosca leaves the underground temple in a magnificent manner. We get out of the church. We do not say anything. Data screen updated. I think I got info on Media now, actually. Well, we just... I guess it didn't register for some reason. Oh, come on. Archer even brought it up. Damn you. Alright. My wound hurts. The sweat on my forehead drips down to my eyes and my vision wavers. Even walking hurts my wound. It hurts every time I take a step and my strides are getting shorter.
エミヤ君
He turns back to me as I am falling behind. Then Tosca suddenly looks at me seriously.
少し休みましょう。シロ、歩くのも辛いでしょう。
いや、大丈夫だ。このぐらいなら我慢できる。それより今は早く戻った方がいい。
To the Emiya or Tosca household. Doesn't matter, but we should get Tosca back to her home ground.
こっちの傷は気にするな。別に毒が塗り込まれたわけでもないんだから。
I ignore Tosca's stare and keep walking. How pitiful. My knee's about to give out right after I say so.
ほら、もう無茶するんだから。その傷でクズキとやり合うなんて自殺行為よ。いいから休みなさい。あいつら、私たちを追いかけたりはしてこないわ。
だろうな。けど、少しでも早く家に戻ろう。俺なら、そう辛くはない。
あんたね、そんなに血が出てて辛くないなって言わないでよ。なんで家に戻りたがるか知らないけど、今は休む方が先でしょ。
She scolds me. Oh, so she's not back to par yet, huh? Her usual coolness isn't there. She's very emotional as her anger will be unstoppable if the brakes give way.
ちょっと聞いてるの？綺麗じゃあるまいし、そんなに血の跡をつけて歩かれても迷惑なのよ。大体どうしてこんなことになってるわけ？そりゃ教会に行けって言ったのは私だけど、すぐにヤバいってわからなかったの？
な、バカにすんな。それぐらい分かったぞ。のっぴきならない事態になってるって、教会を見た時から気づいてた。
You know, it's making me, every time they say that word kyokai in meaning church, it just makes me think of kara no kyokai. And like, I forget what the true like translation of that, because it's not the Garden of Sinners. I know that's like the alternate title for the show, but it doesn't seem like it's the direct translation.
ならすぐ帰りなさいバカ。それだけじゃない。傷も治ってないのに乱入してきて、おまけにまた投影。そんなの傷が悪化するのは当然
That's
じ
a
ゃない。
tiger face.
だって言うのに辛くはないですって。ああ、もうどうかしてる。なんだってそんな無茶するのよ、あんたは。
Soon. Tosca roars out without stop. But well, it really isn't that painful and
だって、遠坂の方が辛いだろう。だから戻ろう。家に帰れば弱音を吐いてもいいんだから。
damn, turned it on her. That's why I wanted to go home as quickly as possible. She doesn't have to act that strong. Tosca can let everything out when she's back in her own room at home. And the tears. She wipes her face like she made a mistake and turns away.
あ、
I can't think of anything to say. That was...
信じらんない。男の子に任された。
He murmurs while looking down. Then...
父さんって、俺の手握ってるぞ、お前。
うるさい。責任取れ、バカ。
傷が痛む。よりにもよって左手を引っ張るな。
It's a foreigner cemetery. Tosca walks over to the grassy area and finally lets go of my hand.
あのな、父さん。今はこんな寄り道をしてる場合じゃん。
座って。いいから座って。
He does not let me object, so I sit down.
後ろを向いて、絶対に振り返らないこと。私の顔を見たら本当に怒るから。
I hear a sound behind me. We sit down on the grass with our backs to each other. I don't get why she's doing this. Tosca is silent and she told me not to turn around. I don't have anything to do, so I look up at the sky. Oh. I gasp at how big it is. Is it because I've been underground so long, or is it because the sky is clear tonight? Anyways, the winter night sky is so beautiful that it makes me forget about my wound. The warmth of Tosca's body on my back doesn't bother me either. I look up at the black sky, forgetting about everything for now. How long have we been sitting like this? The silent girl starts to talk in a calm voice. Look at that.
なんだけど。
I see. I can't reply if she's just talking to herself. I'll keep staring at the night sky.
少し間違えたかもしれない。アーチャーの言う通り、最初のうちに手段を選ばずキャスターを倒しておけばよかった。ちょっとの犠牲を気にして機会を図ってたけど、結局このままだと街中の人が犠牲になるでしょう。
She keeps talking. She's probably whining. She's not saying so because I told her. In short, Tozco doesn't want to contemplate her actions by herself, but wants someone else to make her do it.
別に愚痴を言うわけじゃないけどね。私、いつも一番大事なことばっかりしくじるのよ。2番か3番か、そういうのはさらっとできるくせに、一番大事なものだけは手こずるんだ。
The winter sky is clear, but in contrast, the air is really cold. I don't care about myself, but isn't Tosca cold without her coat? I'm worried about that.
アーチャーがあっち側に行ったのも、あいつだけの責任じゃないわ。結局、キャスターを野放しにしたのは私だもの。けど、参ったな。ついさっきあんなこと言ったのに、いきなり追い詰められちゃった。
She sighs. I can't see it, but I bet her breath is white.
ちょっと、ここ、何にって突っ込むところだと思うんだけど。
ああ、ね、何に追い詰められたんだ、遠坂。
うん。後悔はしたくないってこと。あいつは私はそういう性格じゃないって言ってたけど、今が正念場みたい。シローがあんなこと言うから余計失敗したなって落ち込んじゃった。
I see. I don't understand her too well, but Archer's right. Tosca isn't the type to regret her actions.
そんなの今だけだろ。尺に触るけど、俺もアーチャーの意見には同感だ。遠坂は何も反省することなんてない。
どうしてよ。現にキャスターはやりたい放題で、アーチャーにまで愛想をつかされた。これ、私が方針を間違えたからでしょ。
それは単に失敗しただけだろ。遠坂は間違えてなんかない。間違えていないなら失敗しても胸を張れると思う。
The process. If you walk down the path that you believe is right, you cannot be wrong. At a time like this, most people will realize that their path is a wrong one, but she's different. Her path should always be one that she can be proud of.
そうだな。正直、俺にはお前が眩しい。俺も後悔はしない。自分のやってきたことが正しいって信じてる。けど、それは継ぎはぎだらけだ。
I don't want to regret anything. I want to make all the tragedies that happen into meaningful things by believing that my path is right.
でも、お前は違うだろ。後悔はしたらしたで、きっとその倍は仕返しをするタイプだ。俺は継ぎはぎでなんとかごまかしてるけど、お前は平気な顔で粉々にしちまうんだ。採算は取れてる。たまにしか落ち込まないだろうけど、遠坂はその後が怖い。お前を落ち込ませた相手は何倍もお前に落ち込まされると思う。
何それ、追い打ち？
鬼がか乱してるうちに言っておこうと思って。でもまあ、
Shiro.
事実なんじゃないか。遠坂、このままで済ます気はないんだろ。
I look up at the night sky and say so as if talking to myself. Tosca doesn't answer, but I think that she smiled, getting herself together. And silence follows. Tosca must have said everything she wanted to as she stops talking. I aimlessly look up at the night sky. We should be going home, but neither one of us can stand up to break the moment, so we just keep our backs to each other.
そういえば、どうして私を助けたの、シロ？
Again, I really like these two together. I like all the three heroines. I like all of them with Shiro, but just something about Rin. I don't know if it's because it was the first story in Fate Stay Night I saw, but they're all good. They're all great. I can't explain. It's just like sweet and cute and like very natural. I don't know. There are many reasons. I think it'd be stupid to explain each one. So I say something I have to tell her.
このペンダント、見覚えあるだろう。
I show her the pendant. I thought so. I bet she intended to keep this a secret, but she made a mistake again.
それ、どうして？
遠坂の部屋で見つけた。あ、帰ったらびっくりするだろうけど、すまん。化粧台倒しちまった。
I return her the pendant behind my back.
で、それがどうしたっていうのよ。
いや、これと同じペンダント、俺の家にもあるんだ。学校でランサーに殺されかけた時、気がついたら近くに落ちてたんで、拾ってそのまま。
I casually hint about that night. Then,
そっちにも同じものがある。
Tosca gasps as if she's heard something she shouldn't have.
あれ、なんかおかしなこと言ったか？
別に。それより、どうしてそれが私を助けた理由になるのよ。別にいいじゃない、そんなペンダントなんて。
そうだな。本当はただの後付けだ。白状すると、ずっと前から遠坂凛ってやつに憧れてた。で、困ったことにいざ話してみたら余計好きになっちまった。だから死んでほしくなくて、気がつけば何も考えずに飛び降りていただけだ。
あんたね、そういう歯に衣着せぬ発言はやめなさい。考えなしに思ったことを口にしてると、どこかしらで誤解を招くんだから。
招くか、そんなの。俺、本当に遠坂のことを好きだぞ。
I obstinately replied once. It's not a lie, so there's no misunderstanding to be made.
バカ、そんなだから自殺同然で飛び込んでくるのよ。大バカ。
How many bakas can she get in there? Tosca keeps calling me an idiot. She's criticizing mercilessly, but I strangely don't feel bad. The night sky is beautiful, and I feel calm. And I'm just really happy that Tosca's back to normal. But
よし、シロの言う通り、そろそろ家に帰りましょうか。ほら、手を出して。その傷だと立つのも辛いでしょ。
I grab her hand with my right. Tosca pulls me up.
これで貸し借りはなしね。今日のことはお互いノーカウントってことにしましょう。
That would really help me out. I don't know what the pendant meant to Tosca. I bet I would have felt more guilty toward Tosca if I found out. Tosca didn't want that and said the incidents offset one another. So Tosca shouldn't feel bad about getting helped earlier. And we leave the foreigner cemetery. On the way,
助けてくれてありがとう、シロ。すっごく助かったわ。
Tosca adds with embarrassment. We walk down the hill. When we're going back to our home ground where it's safe, Tosca heads for my house and not her house as if it's natural to do so. We're back in my place. I never thought I would make it back alive, so I relax once I get into the living room. Yeah, take a breather, buddy. I feel a bit dizzy and lean against the wall.
ほら見なさい。やっぱりまともに立ってられないじゃない、バカ。
Oh, you. She's right, but I think her last comment was unnecessary. How many times did she call me an idiot today? I was about to say, can we get a count on that? I bet she set a new record already.
ほら、こっちに来なさい。とりあえず包帯ぐらい変えないとまずいでしょ。
I nod and move my Tosca.
この救急箱を使っていいんでしょ。さすが家に道場があるだけのことはあるわね。ハサミばかりか、針と糸が入ってる救急箱ってのも珍しいわ。ってほら早く服を脱いで傷を見せなさいってば。
服脱ぐのか。いや、その前に手当てぐらい自分でできる。今朝だって自分でやったんだから問題ない。
あのね、何遠慮してるか知らないけど、そもそもその傷の手当てをしたのは誰だと思ってるの？
けどあの時は
I was unconscious and I was only causing trouble for Tosca at that time.
あの時もこの時もないの。いいから早くしなさい。シローの傷は特別なんだから、ちゃんと見ないと治るものも治らなくなるじゃない。
How unfair. I can't complain if she tells me with a face like that.
それじゃ頼んだ。正直に言うと、さっきからやけに熱くなってる。
I give up and sit down. Seeing that the shirt is stained with blood, Tosca gives up, taking it off and starts cutting it right away. She then quickly but carefully takes off the bandages. Is it that bad? Tosca gasps when she sees it. But I'm troubled as well. It's so embarrassing having her staring at my body so closely.
本当に無茶するんだから。せっかく治りかけてたのがまた開いてるわよ。まったく。こんなの見せられたら怒るに怒れないじゃない。
She talks like that but gently touches the wound. Crap, I'm getting dizzy for a different reason. I was able to stay calm even if she was near me, but my heart's beating fast now that I'm having trouble determining where to look. I criticize myself mentally, but it does no good. Temperature inside my head will keep increasing as long as we're like this.
遠坂、もういいだろ。血止めをして可能止め塗って包帯を巻き直してくれればいいから。
そういうのは手当てって言わない。宣言撤回、やっぱり頭にきた。そんな気休めで外に出たわけね、あんたは。
A slapping sound. Damn, what was that for? Tosca just slapped me on my wound. That's fucked up.
何の恨みがあるんだ、お前。
恨みなら骨髄まで染み渡っているっていうの。それでも手加減してあげたんだから感謝しなさい。
Saying so, Tosca takes out something that looks like ointment.
今の痛かったでしょ。とりあえず壊死してる神経を治したからしばらくは痛むわよ。これには痛み止めも含まれてるけど、もともと破損した肉の代わりだから。馴染むまでは痛むけど、痛みがあるうちは無茶しちゃダメだからね。
Replace your flesh. She takes the jelly-like substance and applies it to my wound. It looks really suspicious, but Tosca is seriously treating my wound.
はい、これで終わり。あとは包帯を巻いてぐっすり寝れば、明日には幾分楽になってるはずよ。
She skillfully wraps the bandages around the wound. I'm not praising her or anything, but she does a much better job than I do.
サンキュー、遠坂。なんか楽になった。
I thank her while averting my gaze.
まあ、それならいいけど、楽になったって言うんなら見た甲斐があったわ。
治らないものと覚悟してたから余計助かった。ともかく手当てをしてくれてありがとう。
そんなの当たり前でしょ。私が見る以上はきっかり直してみせるんだから。
Finishing the treatment, Tosca gets up. Then, I don't know why, but she heads to the kitchen.
遠坂？
Am I saying things? She's checking what's inside the refrigerator and the rice cooker.
おい、何をするつもりなんだ。
夕ご飯の支度。シロ食べてないでしょ。私も食べてないのよ。だからとりあえず夕食。
ああ、それは見ればわかる。けど、どうしてこの状況で夕飯なんだ？
なんでって当然じゃない。人間空腹でまともな案が浮かぶわけないでしょ。
Tosca speaks while staring inside the refrigerator. Sound of our utensils echoes inside the room. It's past 10 o'clock. I don't know how it ended up like this, but Tosca and I are eating a late dinner together. By the way, the dinner was made by both of us. Tosca wanted to eat Japanese food, but she didn't even know how to make miso soup. It really makes me wonder what they're teaching in the cooking class at school. Tosca is concentrating on her meal. She must be hungry as her plate is almost empty. But I don't have much of an appetite right now. It's partly because this isn't the time to be eating, but more so because I haven't replied to Tosaka.
シロはここで降りなさい。
I haven't told her my reply to those
遠
words.
坂、話がある。
Put my chopsticks down and stare at Tosaka.
何？
あれから考えたんだ。俺がこの戦いを始めた理由を、一体何がしたかったのかってこと。
それで？
She urges me to go on as she sips on the miso soup. She's putting my spirit down, but I try to get myself together.
初めは巻き込まれたからだった。そしてマスターになった以上はこの戦いをどうにかしたかった。けどマスターになったとか巻き込まれたとか、俺は正義の味方が好きなんだ。だからみんなを守らないと。マスターなんてどうでもいい。マスターでなくなってもセイバーがいなくなっても戦うことには変わりはない。
I say so, ready for Tosca's rebuttal. But
そう。
she makes an absent-minded response and finishes her rice.
遠坂、人が真面目に話してるんだからちゃんと。
聞いてるわよ。シロは一人でも戦うのよね。死ぬような目に遭うより死ぬような目に遭ってしまう人がいるっていう事実が耐えられない。だから
Pretty much.
どんなに自分が弱くても戦うことに決めたんでしょ。
She looks straight at me. It's as if she sees through the part of me that I don't even know about, and most of all, she approves that I am fighting.
そうだけど。
何よその顔。リスが砂糖菓子舐めたような顔して。
いや、だって遠坂は反対するかと思ってた。
してるわよ、もちろん。けどあれだけ見事に助けられたんだから。それにさ、どんなに止めたってあんたはそういうやつなんだって分かっちゃったし。
Tosca averts her gaze a bit. I don't know why, but
じゃあ遠坂、これからも協力体制ってことでいいんだな。
まあね、仕方ないから付き合ってあげる。だいたいあんたみたいなのを一人にしてたら不安で眠れないし、それに
she takes a huge breath. After getting ready for some reason,
シロ風に言えば
this sprite,
私もシロのこと嫌いじゃないし。
this sprite is S tier.
私はそういうわけだし、そっちだって一緒にいても問題ないでしょ、実際。
She hands me the bowl. How long did it take me to realize that she's asking for seconds?
ああ、もちろん。遠坂がどんなに横暴でもの。
I take the bowl, fill it from the rice cooker, and hand it back to her.
いいけど、お腹減ってるし、ご飯美味しいし。
Tosca starts eating the heap of rice. I smile. I bet I'm smiling as I eat, but I can't help it. I'm so happy right now, so let me smile like a fool for a while. Well, now we're drinking tea after
つ
dinner.
まり東映には東映なりの限度ってものがあるわけ。一見イメージを形にするって
あ
いう
she said it.
何でもありに見えるけど、東映にはいろいろと独自のルールがある。その制約の中で一番わかりやすいのは東映物の損傷、存在における強度ってやつよ。
Tosca puts up a finger as she drinks her tea.
存在における強度。何？幻想なるものの存在に耐えられない軽さってやつ。
I sip the tea and tilt my head and wonder.
何も知らないようでいてつまんない言葉知ってるのね、あなた。けどまあ当たらずとも遠からずかな。
Well, you're not right, but not wrong. Too real.
東映は自己のイメージからそれに沿った本物を完璧に複製する。これに例外はないわ。自分の中で完璧でなければ投影はできない。新作の影である以上、一部の隙も許されないのが投影魔術よ。だから基本的に投影によって生み出されたものは自己のイメージ通りの強度を持つわ。加えて投影する術者のイメージ、知識が本物に近ければ近いほど現実においても完璧になるわけ。
ちょっと待った。それはおかしい。俺アーチャーの剣を投影しただろ。けどそれはクズキに壊された。いくらクズキの拳にキャスターの強化がかかってるからって宝具を壊せるほどじゃない。ってことは俺が投影したアーチャーの干渉と爆矢はオリジナルに数段劣るってことじゃないのか。
はい、いいところに気がつきました、エミヤ君。それが投影の限界、存在における強度ってやつよ。
Yeah, downranks it.
いい？投影はあくまで投影、想像じゃない。投影を作り上げるのは術者のイメージだけだから、イメージそのものにほころびが生じたとき、本物と同じ性能であろうと無産するの。
イメージにほころびが生じる？それも変じゃないか。イメージが間違っていたらそもそも投影はできないんだろう。
ええ、だからほころびが生じるのは投影した後になるわ。そうね、例えばシローが絶対に折れない名剣を投影したとするでしょ。
I nod. Tosca nods in satisfaction.
けど絶対に折れない剣なんてものはない。その剣の表現方法、伝承、売り文句などに絶対に折れないというパーソナリティがあるだけで、実際はそれを上回る幻想にぶつかれば刃こぼれぐらいするし、折れる。
それ折れた時点で俺のイメージが間違っていたってことにならないか。俺は折れない剣を作ったんだから。
ならない。投影が成功した時点で形の上での間違いはないんだし、そもそも折れない剣なんて名前みたいなものでしょ。けどシロ、あなたがイメージしたものは絶対に折れない剣よね。これが現実で折れちゃった場合、投影されたものは嘘になるのよ。それは剣が折れたからじゃないわ。あなたがイメージしたものは折れない剣。それが折れてしまった時点でシロの中の折れない剣と今折れてしまった剣は別物になる。あなたと現実、その計りが崩れてしまうから。
So, if I sum it up,
よし、つまり俺は折れない剣を想像してと、その時点で俺自身がその剣をなんだよ実際は折れちまうじゃないかこの剣と否定してしまって、結果として投影したものは消えるってことか。そのイメージの齟齬によって。
冴えてるじゃない。ええ、つまりはそういうこと。
I'm liking the positive reinforcement from Rin.
あなたはアーチャーの剣を投影した。あなたの中であれがどんな位置づけだったかは知らないけど、シロ自身はクズキの攻撃で壊れるような剣をイメージしてはいなかった。けど実際に剣は破壊されてしまった。その時点であなたはその剣をこんなのはアーチャーの剣じゃないと思ってしまったのよ。で、作り上げられた投影は術者の否定によって存在強度を失い、元の空想に戻ったってわけ。
I see. Even projected weapons can break, but it's not the enemy but you who make them disappear from this world. When the difference between the reality and the image becomes too large to be reconciled, the projected weapon disappears. It is because the one who projected the weapon stops believing in the image.
わかった？だから投影魔術はまず設計図から入るの。あとは材質と性質、歴史なんかも考慮すべきね。そのあたりから固めていけば、多少現実でイメージと違ってもすぐに消えるなんてことはないでしょ。
Shiro is very good at determining the blueprint.
それならなぜそれを作る気になったのかってのが最初じゃないか。材料と技法だけじゃダメだ。今日の夕飯だってまず遠坂が和風が食べたいって言ったから始まっただろ。なら創作する上での発端から始めないと。
Oh, Tosca stunned. Tosca stares at me. I drink tea and tilt my head in wonder.
まあ、なんでこんな話になったんだっけ。
そういえばそうよね。私たち確か今後の作戦を話し合ってたような。
Oh yeah, we were talking about what our course of action should be.
シロ、本格的に投影魔術をやってみない？
When Tosca derailed the conversation.
思い出した。不確定な要素に希望を持っちゃうぐらい行き詰まってたんだっけ。
まあそうだな。第一、俺の投影なんて剣を作れる程度だ。それも今まで役に立ったことなんてないんだから大した戦力にならないだろう。
Oh, she's looking at me with those eyes again. I wonder why. She always makes that face when we talk about projection magic.
まあいいわ。もう一度状況を確認しましょう。目下のところ、敵はキャスター。あいつだけなら大したことはないけど、白兵戦に長けたマスターと、あっち側についたアーチャーに守られている限り手は出せないわ。
First of all, I disagree that she's not too bad by herself. Cause, oh, dude, like.
加えて、セイバーが操られるのも時間の問題。状況は刻一刻と悪くなっていくわけだけど。
I guess Rain was like just counting on being able to create the opening to getting close because she wouldn't expect that, which is kind of like turning the Kuzuki factor on Caster herself. But I don't know, man. I always found it very interesting that Rin wasn't really cautious of Castor. Plus, it's only a matter of time before. Right, okay.
まあけどアーチャーはともかくセイバーはまだキャスターの自由にはなっていない。それが正気といえば正気だろう。セイバーが完全にキャスターの軍門に下ったらそれこそ俺たちに勝ち目はない。
Can't let that happen. She told me to run. She told me as she cried, so for Saber's sake, I can't let Castor do as she wishes.
そういうことね。それじゃあ意見のある人は挙手。シロ、なんかいいアイデアある？
An idea that will break the current deadlock. If there's a way to oppose Castor, it is... Ah. Well... Of course. They aren't opponents that we can take on by ourselves. There are 3 enemies. Then we'll need at least 1 more on our side. And there are limited possibilities. People who are magi and have a reason to fight against Castor. There'll be other masters.
トサカ、怒らないで聞いてくれ。その他のマスターとは協力できないかな。
いいわ。その心は？口にするからには何か算段があるんでしょ？
いや、そういうわけじゃないんだが、今のキャスターの状態は他のマスターにとっても無視できないだろう。なら今回だけってことで手を組めるかもしれないと思って。
ええ、実は私も同じことを考えてた。てっきりシロを反対すると思ってたから黙ってたんだけどね。
She says so unenthusiastically. She must not like the idea, but she must know that's the only option we have.
となると残るマスターは2人。ランサーのマスターとバーサーカーのマスターね。ランサーのマスターは不明のままだから交渉のしようもないけど、バーサーカーのマスターであるイリアスフィールなら可能。
Berserker's master. The white girl and the statue-like giant I met on the night when it all began. She sounded dangerous, but I don't think she's cruel.
そうだ。
Well.
あの子なら話し合いに応じてくれそうだ。
バカ、シローにとっちゃあいつが一番ヤバいのよ。あいつ初めっからシローしか見てなかったもの。
Uh-huh.
私はともかくあんたはどんな目に遭わされるか分かったもんじゃないわよ。
なんだよそれ。俺はあの子と一度しか会ってないんだ。そんなことになるわけないだろう。
そんなことになったら交渉なんて破棄に決まってるじゃない。
Then, Tosca averts her gaze and gulps down her tea.
けど今はイリアスフィールにかけるしかないわね。キャスターの正体がアーチャーの言う通りなら間違いなくバーサーカーは天敵だし、何しろ生前の知り合いだもの。キャスターの手口なんて知り尽くしてるでしょ。バーサーカーならキャスターとアーチャーが同時に攻めてきても追い返せる。私たちはその間にクズキ一人を攻略すればいい。
Man, can you imagine if this cooperation actually went through? Dude.
そりゃ理想論だけど。トサカ、キャスターはバーサーカーと関係があるのか？
It was on the Argo, right?
ええ、アーチャーが言ってたのよ。バーサーカーの正体はヘラクレスだって。キャスターが本当にあの希代の魔女ならアルゴー戦つながりでバーサーカーとは面識があるかもしれない。私が綺麗に苦手意識を持つのと同じ。世の中にはね、どうしたって苦手なやつっているもんなのよ。
Okay. But I'm sure everyone would dislike that priest.
じゃあ決まりだな。
Facts.
けどどうやってあの子を見つけようか。あれ以来出てこないけど、あれだけの魔力を持ってるなら隠れていようと見つけ出せるだろ。なのに見つからないってことはこの町にはいないってことじゃないのか。
でしょうね。イリアスフィールはずっと遠くから聖杯戦争を眺めて楽しんでるんでしょ。
ずっと遠く？キャスターみたいに竜道寺から町を監視してるのか？
さあ、けどどこにいるかは見当がつく。昔父さんから聞いたことがあるのよ。アインツベルンは郊外の森に別荘を持ってるって。
He says so with a tense voice. A villa inside the forest. Tosca's expression tells me how dangerous the place is. I go back to my room and lie down. Drowsiness fills my body. As soon as I do, I stare at the dark ceiling. We are going to Iliasville's hideout tomorrow. No matter what kind of negotiations takes place, it's obvious I will need energy. Tosca said we wouldn't get good results with tired bodies, so we decided to head out after we sleep.
夜明けまであと5時間。そうなったら、あの子と話し合いをしなくちゃならない。
Oh man, it's about to get crazy. The young master that appeared on the night I became a master. Saber is a servant excellent in all aspects. Berserker is a servant specialized in battle. There is no servant that can match Berserker in simple combat.
そんな相手とどう話し合えばいい?
Saying it makes me believe it's impossible to negotiate with them. But strangely, I don't feel any uneasiness. I think Ilia will understand us if we talk to her. Just like Tosca, she will classify enemy and ally as Amajos, but I think she's a proper girl with all that aside.
まったく、まだ話したこともないくせに、希望的観測にも程がある。
Betty would scorn me, saying that it's a convenient fantasy. But what's wrong with believing? Is it wrong to have hope for someone you haven't met yet? I realize that I'm gritting my teeth. The man who told me to drown in my ideals and die betrayed Tosca in front of me. The guy with that much trust and power switches allegiance so easily. My mind darkens. No, it's freezing. My head cools down thinking about what he did. I'm angry. I can't forgive him for betraying Tosca. I can't forgive the fact that he cast away his partner. I will swear here. Even if that may have been the very best action, and even if it turns out that it was the right choice to survive, I would never do something like that. His actions have been getting on my nerves. He told me not to talk about ideals. I opposed him when he told me I cannot save everybody. But I agreed with his words somewhere inside of me. His words are correct, but it doesn't mean he's right. The superhero my father talked about is just a fantasy, and I accepted the fact that I would have to become like him to get as close to the ideal as possible. Not wanting to do so, I openly denied the idea even though I accepted it in my mind. This isn't on such a level. I can't approve of him. I can't approve of his action no matter what the circumstances may be. I won't be able to keep standing if I approve of him.
だから、お前には負けられない。
My words do not disperse into the darkness but stay in the room. A few hours until dawn. I keep repeating those words even in my sleep. You see the title right there. Alright. Well, apologies if it seemed like I was rushing toward the end there. I kind of was, you know, but only because I have to head out here now. But I really need to stop cutting it close for these reactions. But that won't be a problem soon either way. Hopefully you enjoyed this part. I'm very looking forward to, of course, the fight with Berserker. How that's written. If they're going to show a little interlude showing Ilia's past again, because I'm curious. I can't get confirmation on this, so I'm wanting to see it here. Is whether the little mud that came to speak to Ilia, you know, taking on the form of Irisville, and like goaded her on saying, Kiritsugu abandoned you. He has a new child now. You know, just kind of sowed those seeds of hatred in Ilia. Because till that moment, she was just constantly hoping that he would come back. Because she didn't know that he actually was trying and that he never did manage to get through the bounded field. But yeah, what I want to confirm is whether that was the Grail, you know, or if that was Act who made an illusion. Because I've been told both things, and I haven't been able to confirm that. So next time, I guess, hopefully there will be an interlude showing that, and I'll be able to know, maybe, but we'll see. Either way, thank you for watching another part with me, and you know, we're very much approaching the end, trying to knock out a day every session, so hopefully we'll be done here and move on to Heaven's Feel and be ready for spring song. So thank you once again, and I'll see you next time. Peace.